Hello everyone, welcome to Let's Go Money. Before we go into the details, if you have not watched the introduction and money management videos, please do. It has the basic concept of wave theory and the indicators we use. The money management will give you an idea of how to manage the trade. The link is given in the description. In this video, we are going to talk about weekly stock analysis. As we have already discussed about the stocks which we are already in trade in another video, we will look into the other stocks. So let's look at the Hindustan Lever. And before going into the stocks, let me just explain the legends or the color coding what we have here. So basically the green color means we are in the trade, and the blue is actually the stocks which we will be entering into when we have a breakout which is close to trade setup what we have, and pink is actually the stocks which are in sideways, and the dark blue are the ones which is actually in an impulsive move right now, and we are not going to enter in it right now unless if they have a correction. And the ones which is orange are the ones which are actually in downtrend, have not completed the downtrend move, and we have to wait for it to change the direction. So now let's look into the stocks which we might get a trade setup in the coming weeks. So let's go to Hindustan Unilever. So I think I think some of them will be like a repetition, mostly because this is all like long terms trades what we are going to take. Or hourly trades will also be taken, but mostly even hourly trades will not change much within a week's time. The trades, our trades typically last for few quarters to few months, from few months to few quarters, or sometimes it may even be higher range depending upon the trade setup. Okay, so now let's look at Hindustan Lever, where it has completed the impulse followed by a wave and B wave with two corrections in it to complete the B wave. Now it has completed the C, and it made an impulse and a correction. So now if we get a breakout, this will be a good trade to enter. So this is the trade which we are monitoring on a daily time frame, and if it has a breakout, we are expecting it to, the target price will be based on the Fibonacci series, Fibonacci retracement, and the target. So the target we are expecting is approximately around 3,200 rupees. This will be a very good trade if we get a breakout and if it goes in our direction. So Britannia is also doing the similar thing, and we have completed the C wave. You see this impulse followed by A, B, C, and now if we get a breakout, that will be a good point to enter, where it has a very short stop loss, so you get a big risk to reward ratio. So HCL Tech actually did a very good bounce back. If you go to in a daily, you can see the impulsive move followed by this correction is pretty solid, which is strong, but doesn't matter, as our expectation is this is a C wave, and we are not able to enter even it has touched the retracement level, as it was very sharp, but it is actually recovering, like pretty much is bouncing back. Doesn't look like a dead cat bounce or anything. It looks like we might get a pretty good retracement or like a V-shaped recovery. Right now it is, when you go to 15 minutes, it's pretty faster trade setup. Actually it is completed, and if we get a breakout and consolidation, I think this should be an entry point, but this is all like how confident you are, because this is already in an impulsive move up, and this might even have, after it reaches a certain point, it might have some correction before it goes up. So depending on how much risk you can take, you might be able to trade this, but you can keep a very short stop loss to continue and roll it up to see how much you can gain out of it. Yeah, looks good. for sure, and this, if it reaches the target, it can definitely reach 1500 rupees. So 1100, approximately 1200 rupees, like, yeah, 300 rupees range, and which we are expecting around May time frame possibly. Yep. Dr. Reddy, similar situation. It has done a really good job. We were actually tracking this for a long time when it was here. So we were expecting this drop for sure, and it has completed, and it is actually having a correction. If we have a breakout, this is a trade we can try. So this is another breakout trade which can be possible. And HDFC, same thing. It has completed the impulse followed by A, B, C, and we are waiting for this breakout for the trade. Then Bajaj Finance, almost same thing. Let me put in a higher time frame this particular trend. So this is like ABC has been complete for a longer run. Basically, this is kind of a weird move, but this is what we are considering this as a full pattern, and we are expecting this to go up here to complete this whole impulse in a higher time frame. So the target is to 23,000 rupees, and the entry point will be approximately 16,500 rupees or something. So yeah, when it happens, I think we will post it, and I think right now it is having a very good impulsive move followed by correction, and we might see this and then a breakout. So most probably we might enter this if it retests the previous low, which is here. I think we may retest the previous low, and then breakout will be the entry point, which will be approximately 16,000. So that will be a good entry point, and the stop loss will be at around 15,000. Go to Nestle India, similar setup. So it is on a daily, if you can see, it's pretty much the same. It is impulse, it is A, it has done an internal ABC for a completion of B wave, and then this completes the entire structure for further up, but we will be trading this setup if it comes up, if it breaks out. At this point we don't see a break, it is actually dropping, but always a sudden drop down will help it pump up. So right now you can already see that it is pumping up, and if it breaks out and have a consolidation, I think this is a good trade to be in. So but don't jump into trade early anytime. That is very, very dangerous, because anytime, any direction it goes, it reverts back fast and then goes in the same direction. So you may think it is coming up, but it may come up, then it will continue slowly, come up, continue slowly. This always happens, even in the top, on the upfront, when go up, stop, go up, stop. This happens every direction it goes. So you have to be careful. Don't trade the impulse move. You will be in trouble, and you don't know where to exit. Next is Cdsl. This is actually very much sideways, and we don't know which direction it can go, but there are two possibilities. One can go up and down, and the otherwise it can actually touch this and then go up. So right now we are not looking for trade unless if it breaks out. Maybe possibly we might enter this. We are just monitoring it, but at this point there is no solid trade. But if it hits here around 1350, that will be a good trade to be in. So let's wait and watch. Okay, next is Reliance. So Reliance actually had a breakout. We actually even we entered a trade, but we had to close it at a certain point because it had a turnover. Let me quickly see where we exited. Did I? Oh, doesn't look like. Maybe we didn't even enter that then. Yeah, it was pretty fast. Okay, let me take it back. Oh, okay, yeah, right. We missed. I said we missed the trade. Sorry. So basically, we should have entered here, but we didn't. We missed the trade, is what I said. But it went up and suddenly break down. So this was pretty much fast, and we could have not reacted to that. But anyway, our stop loss would have been here if we would have entered here. That is how we trade. So, and I'm not expecting this to break the trend line yet. I think this is consolidating. It might go up, further down, then an uptrend. So this is my expectation. So this can also be a part of trade right now if it breaks up. This actually can be also changed at the moment, or there is one possibility why we didn't want to take that is because based on this trend, we are expecting maybe somewhat down around this area. Maybe it can consolidate here, come down, go up, then complete this part, and then it can break out. So where this would be really a good entry if it happens. So that will actually happen, sorry, this around end of April, or around April time frame, we can say. So yep, so this, let's wait on this as well. Coming to Titan. So Titan is actually doing, it's in sideways move right now, and this again, this pattern is not yet fully complete, but is it okay to trade? Yes, this is all like if you have better experience in trading, definitely you can trade if it comes here and breaks out, because this will have more pull downs before it can even take off. So this has to be managed pretty well, because it's all shorter trades which you're going to get. Well, right now we are just monitoring it, but if it happens, we'll post a trade on this. BPCL, again we are expecting it to complete the sideways move when it touches this retracement level, basically, which is waiting for a long time. We are waiting in all this. We were actually monitoring from here. We know this is what we expect, so we are waiting. This is where we are expecting, and this line, once it breaks, that will be the entry point for a longer up, and this is a very good trade if it happens. Okay, and TCS is actually in the C wave. So you can actually, by looking at the chart now, I think you can clearly see what I'm talking about. How an impulse A, B, C is happening. So once it comes down, go this to come, this is a local time frame chart, and then comes down, then if it breaks out, that will be a trade to enter. Okay, this is Tata Power. This is where this is not fully complete yet. As you can see, this is an impulsive move, then it came down for A, then this looks like the whole B wave, A, B, and then you may get another down to complete the wave, but further up. So this might have more sideways move, but local time frame, if you see, this had an impulsive move followed by two corrections. So if it breaks out, this will be a good entry, but we don't know how much it is going to run. Possibly that's what you have to manage when you are in the trade, and see how it goes and move the stop loss accordingly to make sure you are not losing any money if it even drops suddenly. So yep, this is also possible trade up, but right now in the longer term it's sideways. Maruti, we just closed the trade last week, and it triggered here, and it is still an impulsive move, but our target has been reached around 9,000, I think 8,900 rupees was our target, and that is what I think we closed. Yeah, 8,900, that was the target which we got, which reached. So so that's reached, and then it was dropping. We had a take profit setup, and it was closed. So right now it is coming down, then it made an up. So now maybe it may have sideways move for further up. So we have to wait maybe for one more week or so to see if we have another setup. But then this setups will be all short range, like the one which I'm going to show next. Like let's assume this is an impulsive and we won't enter it right now. And same for power grid, like while we were discussing, this is an impulsive move correction, but it is almost in the higher range of that wave. It can, but doesn't mean that it has to stop here. Definitely it can go like this, who knows. So possibly if we get a trade and if you are able to manage when the breakout and then continue with the trade, that's a really good trade to continue. You don't need to worry about. So that comes with your experience. So we don't really give short-term trades in these videos. It's not easy for you to, or for us to provide it, or you to manage it. Okay, Tech Mahindra. So this is all in the, all these stocks are in the downtrend zone. Doesn't mean that it is in the bearish market. It's just that the waves impulse is complete and it is in downtrending move right now, sideways. So this is a big drop down, so we need to, this is not, the pattern is not complete yet, we need to wait for it to mature. Okay, so this Infosys is always, it's already at the top and now it has made a bigger move down and it's sideways, so it needs some more pattern for it to mature for us to take a trade. ITC similar. ITC actually had long term, we are actually in the last C wave to complete, but we are expecting this to drop to 136 rupees or around 140 rupees. So until that there is no trade. Tata Steel, similar situation. It is still in the A wave. It is not fully as a long term. It completes and this is in the A wave. Maybe we are expecting this and up, then there is the next one more down we are expecting, and then maybe one for a B. This is A, this may be B, and this may be C to complete this whole wave for this impulse, and then the next impulse can start. So this has longer term sideways move that's expected, but we never know if this goes up followed by a correction, can be a good trade to enter as well. So either way we have to wait. Yep, Bajaj, similar setup as we discussed. So this is still, we are waiting for an uptrend to complete, then it comes down, then we have a trade to play. DMart, similar, we are in the first A wave, not complete, so this has long term sideways move before a trade can mature. Yep, so these are all the blue chip stocks which we actually monitor in this weekly reports. So if you guys have any other chart or a stock which you guys are interested in, please feel free to post a comment. We can definitely look into it, and we can post a chart for you can add all those stocks if possible, at least to monitor. Even if we are not taking trade, we can actually monitor and we'll tell you what we think about it. Yep, that's all for today. It should be hopefully you'll have a good week, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in our next video.